Wow, what a difference 2 weeks makes there. And you can see who my friend is with again. Me and Charlie back at the cabin, and I cannot believe there is no snow anywhere around here. And to think about just 2 weeks ago, there was a foot everywhere. And on that drive home, all that snow that was on the road that I had showed you, completely gone. So it is Memorial Day weekend. I'm only gonna be here for a quick little trip because I wanted to get up here now that the snow is gone, take care of some stuff. So first thing today, it's Friday, I'm gonna get that water hooked up so I can take showers tonight. And I picked up some elk burger on the way out here, and Charlie and I are gonna have elk burgers for dinner tonight. And I don't know if you can see all the way back there, but my pile of my logs, all dry, finally. So that's really all I want to do is I want to try to see if I can't get the foundation in on the log cabin, hook up the water, and maybe mill some boards with my Alaskan sawmill if time permits. But first today, our bird feeder's empty, so we're going to get started with that. So here's to a great weekend. We'll talk a little bit tomorrow morning, and I got a new awesome shirt to share with you that my wife just shook her head at when she saw that I had gotten it. But hey, USA on Memorial Day. So we're going to be crawling underneath here to start working on that. First thing I have to do though, if you remember last fall, I plugged the ends of my pump. So I'm going to unplug these things, and then I'm going to get a little bit of water inside there to prime it a little bit, soften it up before we kick it on for the first time. But I'm going to start digging around in there, and I'll share with you once I get it all complete that the water is working and running in the inside. Oh, I also brought a bunch more water jugs. I've got about 25 gallons I brought with that I'll put into there, and I got 2 gallons inside for drinking. So we're in good shape for water for the weekend. Remember this contraption from last time? Gonna take it apart, gonna hook this up first. We'll get the rest of this hosing hooked up, and that'll go into the pump, and hopefully then we'll have water. So we're going to see how all my engineering from last trip works out and how well all of these things come together. All right, here we go. We're hooked up there with my new contraption. Comes underneath here, through the filter there. And I'll try to get you a view of this. There's where it's hooked up to the pump. The electricity is hooked up and it goes up inside the cabin right there. So we're gonna go turn it on, see what kind of noise this thing makes, and see if it actually works. So hold tight. Hi, Charlie. What are you standing on there, honey? Yep. Great big elk tracks going right down the road. Just gonna go out for a little walk tonight, and you can see they are on both sides, or there was a bunch of them, I should say, walking down here. So always great to see. And you can't tell me that isn't a big one, because look at my hand. That is a big elk. Beautiful night for a walk. Well, just coming back at hanging out with what we'll call the neighbors, which is about a half mile away we walked. And gosh, this is kind of nice to come back to a place that is lit up like this and beautiful. This is truly heaven. And I have my little protector. Hey, Charlie, you've been protecting me on the walk home, haven't you? Good night, everybody. We'll talk in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Wow. It's beautiful to look out here in the morning, and I see all our aspen trees are starting to pop their little buds, and I'll show you that in a second. I think I promised you last night a new shirt that I love, and I'll show you that. American flag on the sleeve, little deer skull, red, white, and blue, and the back is the best. A few of my favorite things on the back of this shirt: Journey, Don't Stop Believing, American flag, and Sasquatch. And incidentally, the guys out here, I sneak by trail cams every now and again, and I'll do my Sasquatch pose, and they all laugh at me. And one of my neighbors actually has a file of all the pictures they've taken with their trail cams of me pretending to be Sasquatch. But you know, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and I just want to take a second with that because it's so important to me, and I think it should be to everyone else out there, for the ultimate sacrifice that our brave men and women of the armed forces have made for us. You know, I had uncles that served in World War II, the Korean War, and Vietnam, and all of them have since passed, and it's very touching to me and emotional to me what these men and women were willing to do so that we can have, heck, we can have YouTube and be able to share our beliefs and thoughts with everyone else in the world. So my sincere and heartfelt thoughts go out to all those men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's why I am a patriot. It's why I love the colors of our country, and I will always support them. Now, this weekend, last night I did get the water system hooked up in here and found out that my hot water heater had a leak in it. So I had to take it down, and I'll take it back home and get that fixed up. I did some patching, so I still have running water in the kitchen and in the bathroom, and I can still heat up water on top of my stove if I need to for a shower, and I did that last night. But today is really going to be about peeling logs. I'm going to try to set the foundation. Those are the two big things. And right after this, I'm going to share with you the trail cameras. Boy, we got a huge bear and lion that we're walking right by the camera that I'll share with you. So wildlife is out and about again this time of year. Charlie right now is behind the camera, just laying on her big Charlie dog bed, and we're just gonna really enjoy ourselves. I've got bacon on the stove inside. I got my coffee ready to go, just sit and relax. So sun is feeling great. Hope you enjoy, and again, appreciate those people that gave the ultimate sacrifice for you. I have a little treat for my friend here. She played a little too hard with the neighbor dog last night, and she is hurting today. So I given her a little bit of eggs and my bacon. So take it easy, Charlie. There you go, hon. There's a blue jay back there. There he is. Well, look over here. Time to get some work done. Charlie just chased about 3 or 4 deer. They were just over here. Oh, you know what? I don't know how many of you have seen this up close. It's a fun little zip line, but look what I noticed. Down here, my favorite tree in the whole world. We called this the Hepta tree because if you look up, one huge trunk and it broke off and it went into almost 6 different trees at the top. It's unbelievable how beautiful this tree used to be. It died over the winter, but one of its branches is now hanging on my zip line. So I got to cut that down before I even start working on this down here. It's nice to see the shovel and no snow. So we're going to get the rest of the logs peeled, lay out the foundation today, and hopefully get one run of logs in. We'll see how good I am at saddle notching, I guess. I think I might need a ladder to clear this a little bit further back because I can't reach it. Always something. You'll probably say gross, but Charlie was nice enough to point out this. And that's lion poop, if you're wondering. And how do I know? Because all that hair, it's all hair, and it is deer hair. So the lions around here take down, oh, I don't know, what do they say, about a deer every week or two to eat. So that's nice. So the logs I want to use for my base are on the bottom, but I'll get to those eventually. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little concerned about these logs because they sat under the snow all winter. There might be a little bit of rot in these guys, and I might have to be cutting down a whole bunch more trees because these may or may not work. We'll have to see. Well, there we go. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 logs peeled, which from these, I should definitely be able to get my first run down along with some of the foundation. So we go have lunch now, and then we'll come back out and try to figure out a foundation for this thing. Well, time to try to figure out a foundation. So I'm gonna try to clear some of this out first. All right, this is gonna give me a nice area to decide my layout. And I'm not 100% sure this is where I'm gonna put this thing. It's pretty big slope, and I don't know if I want to deal with that. go down under these trees over here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some figuring. I'll let you know where it's gonna go. All right. After doing a bunch of surveying, I've decided it's gonna go up here right next to my woodshed. Is right behind you there. And I'm gonna kind of orient it similar to the way the cabin is, except the door is gonna face the cabin door, and then we'll put a window on the east side and a window on the west side and have it closed off in the back. But this is a really flat spot, and eventually going from being a bunkhouse, it's going to turn into a workshop or a little shed to store my tools. So my crappy plastic one, I get to get rid of that when I get this thing done, but it's going to go right here. So right now it's going to be 12 feet north and south, 10 feet, got a bug, 10 feet east and west. So I'm just squaring it up right now, and I'm a little bit off one direction, so I've got to kind of do a little squaring here to get it right in spot. All right, we got it squared up. I've got a little bit of an indention right here, so I'm not going to have to dig down, and it's going to be a lot easier to square this up. Trouble is now, I got all my logs down there, and I won't be able to get them up here without a four-wheeler. So I'm going to get my foundation blocks all set and ready to go. And I might even take, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees right here that I'm gonna have to take down anyway, and I can use them for the cabin itself. So I'm gonna kind of get my foundation area set, and then I'm gonna drop a bunch of these trees and maybe just peel them up here so they're ready to go. So back at it. Got to move all the gravel and all of that stuff over here now, and my blocks. I don't have any stakes for the corners to level everything out, so I'm going to make them out of these 1x2s. That should do just fine. Here we go. Got to go find something else to make one more. All right. 10 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet, 12 feet, 187 diagonal, 187 diagonal. So we're perfectly square. Now I can drive my stakes in right where the pink flags are, and then I can run a line, level out the line so it gives me an idea of exactly how high or low actually my I have to dig into the side to make sure that my first run and my foundation is level on this. So let's get to getting these stakes in. Woohoo! Now we can start leveling this thing out. Oops, ran out of pink. I guess we'll use white now. Now the job of leveling and seeing the difference of height off of the ground, and then I know how much deeper I have to make one over the other. Okay, I got my string line level all the way around, and what I'm doing is now I'm measuring from where the string line is to the ground, and it tells me how deep a hole I have to dig at each one of the spots, or how level. So I'm gonna have to dig a lot deeper up there than here, because this is 14 inches and that's 1 inch off the ground. So it's a pretty substantial difference. Yep, we're level all the way around this thing now, even the corners. So in other words, this one is literally going to, I'm going to shave the ground nice and level, and it's going to literally be sitting on top of the ground. There, I'm going to have to dig it down deep enough that maybe I just use one block in the corner instead of stack two, and stack two on these corners and one on the other. So I'll figure it out, but at least we got it level. We got the corners marked. I'm writing my measurements into the corners, and then it's time to start digging. Well, we're in a little bit of a hold. We had a little bit of snow and rain come down, a little snort. Sun is shining and it's actually raining. So we're gonna go on hold for a few minutes here and see if we can't get back out and dig those holes. Time to do some digging and leveling. Let's get this done before the sun sets. This one is going to have the least amount of depth dug to it, so I'll pour the gravel over that, put my pad on it, and then put my block or blocks. So I need my level though to make sure I'm getting this put together. Just gonna be using my little one. Nailed the bubble right on. I got to go do that 4 more times, and that should do it. Let's get after it. apparently I'm not the brightest, because that one needs to be flush with the ground. This one needs to be 14 inches deep. So, oops, that one's 13 inches deep. So I rebagged all my gravel, and now I'm going to dig my hole. But hey, better I think of that now than when I dug that one 14 inches deep. We'd be having a building like this. Oh man, I'll put you back on when I'm done with all of them. Ah, look at that bad boy. Whew. All right, let's take a measurement and see where we're at. We're only at 1 foot. Got to be 14 inches. Well, we can't go 14 inches because I don't have 14 inches of height. I've got a foot. So we're going to call that good. Get the gravel in there. Ah. Woo! That's it. Level and solid. Nice. That's the hardest one of all of them. So we'll move on to the rest. Charlie, what are you doing down there? That's my best helper in the whole world. Well, there you go. Got him in. So now my 14 footers, which I was able to get one over here, the other ones, and the first row of 12 footers, there is no way I can get them over here. I got to get my four-wheeler up here to do that, but I'm going to put that thinner one goes on that end, and my biggest, heaviest one goes on this end. So this is where we're going to leave it for the night. And until I can get back out here with the four-wheeler, this is where we're going to have to stop. So I'm very happy with what I got done. One log done. And this level as can be. Yeah, baby. Pretty excited about this. Charlie, you're in the log cabin. Yay! Okay, I think I got to get down here for you to see me. I am going to make smash burgers tonight with elk. I picked up some elk on the way here. Charlie's going to get one of them, and I'm going to get 3 of them. So I've got this griddle, super hot right now, and I'm about to put the elk burgers on there. So let's see how it goes for me. Himalayan pink salt. And some black pepper. pan to smash them with. All right. Oh, look at those. There you go. Let's go give those things a try, but they look great. Well, there you go. A double decker and a single decker, and Charlie is behind me having hers as well. So, yum, yum. It's going to be it for the night. So it is so good that I had to come back on to tell you, this is amazing. Elk smash burgers. I do recommend giving it a try. Well, that wraps up another trip for me and Charlie up to the cabin, and I'm very happy. Finished peeling all the logs, got the foundation set for the cabin. You can see above my head the hummingbird feeder, and they've been going crazy all morning. But I was hoping maybe while I'm sitting here, another one comes out. So next time out, hopefully we'll have the four-wheeler with. We'll get some of those logs pulled over so that we can start building the walls of that cabin. So again, Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. Remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, and I look forward to seeing you again in our next video. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And remember, do it yourself.